There are some really, really important people involved in the charity, and we would like Grant to give you an idea, because we would like you to be part of what he's doing. There is no money involved, which is very rare, but what Grant does with his charity is actually making sure that families that they cannot afford the holiday, families of soldiers, and it doesn't have to be just the UK, families of children that they suffer from very rare diseases, they actually get to have a holiday. What we want from you is some of your free space. Sign up at the holiday. This is a charity that Wyndham supports, and just make people happy that they cannot afford the basics. And remember, one thing that Grant is going to show you, he's going to play a video now that's going to make you very sad. But remember, when you give back to people, 3 nights of holidays or 4 nights of holidays probably doesn't mean a lot to us, but there are people that cannot even afford to go to the next city or the next village because there are people in need. So we are very happy to support what Grant is doing. As I said, I know Grant for 20 years, and he has made, together with his team, a lot of people's lives much nicer. Yes, Stavros.
Can I, before you start, can I actually throw out a $1,000 donation to a charity right now?
And really? You make it very happy. Okay, so it's over to you.
Thanks very much, Dimitri, and thank you to the Wyndham crew, to Jackie for championing this cause. Actually, folks, it's an initiative, not a charity, just to make that clear. And Stavros, as much as we appreciate the donation, it could potentially be used towards flights for some of these families. We are, in fact, a Wyndham franchisee. We have a number of hotels, Costa del Sol, Tenerife, Orlando, Florida, and in the UK. This is an initiative that we started back in 2012, and it's something that all of you can do. We're not asking you to join anything. We're trying to implant the seed, teach a man to fish. That's the idea tonight. Just a little point, the video is going to be on that screen, one over there. It's really important that you get a good view of the video, because my goal is to hit you in the heart tonight. So if you can't see the screen, if you could try and make your way over so that it's within sight. So I appreciate you all have, we've had a fairly busy day, and now we're entering the fun part of the evening, where I look forward to sharing a few tequila shots with all of you. Well, maybe not all of you, but before I become excessively inebriated, I'd like to ask you to please give us 10 minutes to show you what you can do to dramatically lift the spirits of your team, increase productivity, staff retention, and recruitment, while helping some of the most challenged families in our countries to experience what might be the last opportunity to enjoy truly happy times with their terminally ill child. We're about to show you a 5-minute and 42-second video that I was asked by our friends at Wyndham to cut down to 2 minutes in order to keep your attention. I told our Wyndham friends that by editing the video to just 2 minutes, it would lose the emotional impact and the chance of getting you to join this life-changing initiative. We live in an Instagram world where unfortunately attention spans normally last 15 to 30 seconds, but I promise you this following video will change something inside of you and show you how we as an industry, as hoteliers, can bring a little joy to those going through unimaginable emotional and physical pain. Please give this video your undivided attention. I promise you it'll be worth it.
Hello. I just wanted a little bit of your time to tell you about a brilliant idea from IDILIQ Hotels and Resorts. It's already earned some pretty high-profile support, including from HRH, the Princess Royal. It's a charity initiative based on using empty hotel rooms for the benefit of some very special families to give them a little bit of respite. We're hoping that other hotels might join in and open their doors and offer a bit of free accommodation. I can tell you that it's meant a huge amount to the IDILIQ team already. The project has brought them a sense of pride, a sense of purpose that has gone right through from the hotel receptionist up to its founder. So, holidaymakers, what I'm asking you to do is please, would you forward this video to your favourite hotels? And it kicks off with what the Princess Royal wrote in support.
As president of Carers Trust, I've seen the significant improvement to both the physical and psychological well-being of carers after a respite break. I hope that hoteliers could donate space to allow a respite break for families with children with terminal illnesses and severe disabilities, bereaved families where a young parent, child or sibling has recently passed, military families where PTSD can be successfully treated by a change of scenery, and, of course, unpaid carers who are often caring for a loved one and sacrifice their own financial well-being to do so. Please consider giving families the opportunity to have a respite break and contact charities in your region.
After serving as the United Kingdom's Secretary of State for Defence, I founded Give Us Time in 2012 with a mission to give military families precious time together. IDILIQ charity Holidays were one of the first to provide free accommodation at the resorts, and in 2016 they expanded the offer to families with children with terminal illnesses, bereaved families and unpaid carers.
These holidays are more than just allowing a family some time to be together. For some beneficiaries, they have actually been a lifeline, and I know that some people who have made use of this scheme have credited it with saving their life, from getting them to step back from the edge and the suicidal thoughts that they were having. They are literally life-changing for those military heroes and their families.
Kind Holidays was created to give the most challenged of families free holiday accommodation at their hotels and resorts, giving these families, many of whom include a sick or terminally ill child, the chance to create their most cherished of memories. For many, it will be the last opportunity to enjoy truly happy times before their loved one passes on.
The only time we really pack a suitcase is when we're going into hospital.
Well, we're a family again, and we get now to spend time as a family doing something we didn't think we'd be able to do, ever. And it's just seeing a smile on these two faces, that's what did it for me.
And then when they are poorly and they're very ill, they have to have 2 weeks stay in hospital on IVs. So obviously getting that time off work if they're ill a few times a year, you can't work. So I've tried going back to work, but it's too many days off work, so I can't. They're allowed to have a break and just enjoy a bit of family life. Obviously in being abroad, that they can enjoy the sun and the sea and the sand and without having to worry about treatment.
Phoenix, very sadly, has a rather more serious condition called infantile neuroaxonal dystrophy. So he's lost all of his skills.
The short time that Sarah and Rico had with Phoenix was precious, and some of their happiest moments were spent at an idyllic resort. Sarah and Rico are returning to Spain in June, when they plan to scatter Phoenix's ashes in the sea just meters from the beach in front of the resort. The place where they created their most cherished memories, watching the sunrise together. Helping these incredibly grateful and courageous families has had the most rewarding and profound effect on the entire IDILIQ team. Very few hotels operate year-round at 100% occupancy. Hoteliers, for the cost of cleaning a room or suite, you too can give the most deserving of families a chance to make their everlasting memories.
Thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. The following 2 pages are examples of how you can locate charities to work with and how to potentially allocate space in your hotels. We give away both peak and off-peak space in our hotels and normally allocate space 6 to 12 months in advance. You may choose to allocate last-minute off-peak space. There are no rules to how you do it. But if you'd like advice on how to implement this initiative for your properties, my details will appear at the end of the presentation. You will also be receiving a PDF copy of our Do-It-Yourself pack, which includes the video I've just shown you, along with a 15-minute version, which includes interviews with our staff and a speech from a military hero that credits his holiday with us having saved his life, having allowed him to step back from potential suicide. It's worth noting that while this initiative primarily aims to create precious memories of happy holidays for families, hotels may also be near hospitals where children receive treatment. Providing free accommodation for parents who cannot afford to stay nearby during the child's hospital stay would also be highly valued. During your search for charity partners, you may come across organizations that you'd like to support, but whose recipients cannot utilize your accommodation. In such cases, consider offering free holiday vouchers for auctions and raffles held by these charities during fundraising events. From hotel porter to our chairman, nothing like this has filled our team members with such pride and purpose. Being able to give back in such a personal way has had the most profound effect on them and naturally improved staff performance, retention, and recruitment. The level of gratitude that is shown from these most special families touches the core of our humanity. To those of us with children, it makes us hug them harder than we might ever have imagined. We implore you, our competitors, to try working with charities in your part of the world and experience the life-affirming effect it will have on you, your team, and your customers. Together, we can make a lasting difference in the lives of those that need it most. The following email was sent to us by one of our charity holiday guests after their holiday at our resort in Orlando, Florida. Sadly, Katie was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease shortly before our trip. Given her existing health conditions, it was understandably difficult for her to cope, and she became down and unhappy. However, a couple of weeks before our departure, we noticed a remarkable change in her. She quickly transformed from sadness to excitement and happiness that seemed to overflow. Upon arriving in America, she repeatedly expressed disbelief and the sense that it was all too good to be true. Every day of the holiday was filled with activities, sights, and joy. Katie, who is usually shy and hesitant, blossomed before our eyes. She fearlessly went on rides she would never have considered, surpassing our energy levels. We can honestly say we have never seen her so relaxed, enthusiastic, and genuinely happy. The memories we created as a family during those 2 weeks are beyond precious. They serve as a reminder to Katie and all of us that life extends far beyond hospitals, medicines, and treatments. In the difficult days that undoubtedly lie ahead, we'll cherish the moments we laughed until we cried, got soaked on rides, witnessed breathtaking fireworks, evaded zombies through the streets of Universal Studios, and watched the sunset on the most beautiful beach we have ever stood on. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for giving us the opportunity to see Katie smile every day as if she didn't have a worry in the world. One of our fellow donors, Proletka, the general manager of the Balkan Jewel Resort in Bulgaria, and Raf, the general manager of our Scottish resort, Wyndham Country Estate, are both here. If you guys could just give a wave to everyone. Please feel free to grab one of us and quiz us about our experiences with these most important and grateful of families. Thank you for your time, everyone.
I had an amazing experience at Christmas. I met the soldier that Grant is actually referring to, the UK Army. And I met his wife as well. And his wife was talking about how he came back and he wanted to commit suicide. Spending time at Grant's hotels actually brought that feeling of family and importance back to his life. So I had the pleasure of meeting this guy, and he was a scary guy. I mean, he was like 3 times my size and extremely aggressive, but he was standing there in front of 150 people crying when he was talking about his experience and what these things, what Grant and his team have actually done. In the morning, you were asked to look at each other for 10 seconds. What I'm asking you is for 5 seconds to look around where you live and look around families who are in need. We're gonna send you that stuff. You know, sometimes when you go through a presentation like this, then you feel, do I have the right as a human being now to go and party? Actually, you do. You do. Actually, now you do more than ever, because now you know how you can make a difference. Guilt of having a good time or having a good life or driving a car or having a healthy family is not guilt. That's how life is. But doing something about those who don't have that is far more important than feeling guilty about the things that you have. So what I'm asking you today is not to feel sad and say, oh my God, look at all these people and what is happening around me and I'm guilty that I have a good life. Actually, congratulate yourselves about the lives that you've got, because the lives that you've got can improve somebody else's lives. That's what I'm asking. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's party!
And it is just a really wonderful experience to be part of. It's a privilege, actually.
It's a privilege. It is.
A week at one of your resorts means a lifetime of memories for that family. That would be my message to you.
For me, and it makes me feel so proud to be part of this. Because, as I said, for me, business is business, but share and help is more important. And when this company look after these people, it makes me feel that I am in the right place.
In 2012, the former army medic, who went on to become the UK's Defence Minister, Dr. Liam Fox, established Give Us Time. IDILIQ Hotels and Resorts were one of the first donors, giving time at their properties to military personnel and their families. Many of these personnel are suffering with physical injuries and PTSD. These holidays have repaired broken families and stopped a hero from taking his own life.
I was discharged from the Army in November 2004. Since then, there has been setbacks with periods of self-harm and multiple attempts to take my own life. Again, trying to make the images disappear. It took another 9 years, and in 2013 I finally got the diagnosis of PTSD, post-traumatic stress. And due to the years of neglect and hardship on my body, also major depressive disorder. Now knowing that it wasn't just me, but an illness causing these thoughts and actions, there was still a life for living and to become a better husband my wife could be proud of. Give Us Time was my hand up. We got a lovely email confirming that Joanne and I can apply for a holiday. Give Us Time give Joanne and I the ability to adapt to our new normal. A life of compromises and plans to act as a safety net if we fell backwards. All in a relaxed, peaceful and scenic place. This was also our chance to reconnect with our loved ones and to look forward for our new future on our road to recovery. If I can empower businesses and holiday owners to donate to Give Us Time, you're not just providing a vital holiday to a military family. You're not giving us a hand out. You're giving us a hand up. And that's priceless. Thank you.